found a route, but it's not easy. It's quite steep down. I think I have no way back, by the way, if I go down here. Alright, so day number 3. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. The ride is not going to be that long to the city I'm going to, but the viewpoints, the scenery I want to watch is still going to take like 5 hours in total. It's going to be interesting because I'm going to a place that is at 3,700 meters. So that means I'm going to sleep there as well, which may result in some altitude sickness. So I hope I have been climbing steadily enough to make sure I don't have any issues with that. Bike is ready again. It's always a gamble to get the bag on the bike. That's what happens if you don't have your own bike and just have your own backpack strapped on. But yesterday it was pretty good, so I hope today it's going to be awesome as well. So yeah, let's go. So, just 5 hours, and I was being optimistic here that it would just take a little bit longer than what Google Maps has told me. To clarify and put my disclaimer out there, as I'm not some kind of lunatic, I've discussed the entire route with Royal Enfield. They were actually quite excited about it. I already got quite comfortable with driving on unpaved road, so I had quite a good pace going, passing by some beautiful canyon sceneries. I didn't expect any problems on this route. So far I've been seeing people coming from the opposite direction, signs saying how far to San Antonio de los Cobos and beyond, road marks saying you are still on the right track, and the roads were quite well maintained. At the same time, you do get the feeling that you are almost entirely on your own here. No town in sight or any form of civilization to see sometimes. You kind of feel delighted when you see a little farm or someone on a motorbike passing by. Water for me will be nice. Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo andas?
So they did have water, that was nice. Eat a little bit, quickly stop and then continue. Two things to consider. If I were to turn around here, I would have to drive about 300 kilometers around, passing by Salta. The next Google Maps point with some reviews was just 9 kilometers away, and the viewpoint a bit further, just 24 kilometers away. So yeah, it was a matter of keep on going and hope it won't get any worse than this. What the fuck? Like this. Follow the river. Oh shit. How the this river? Whoa. Oh Jesus. I made it. Oh, wait. Oh, good. I'm sliding all over the place because it's very loose sand here. Keep going. Back on the road again. Yeah. Come on. Oh shit. I found a route, but it's not easy. It's quite steep down. I think I have no way back, by the way, if I go down here. I mean, maybe backwards is easier. Now, see a tire track going here. Have to go here, and then cross the water here, and then there is a normal road again. All right. Back is on again. Not sure if it's entirely stable, but as long as it holds on to the next water crossing. God damn it, I hope it's the last one because this is really insane. The weird thing is, you see tire tracks. So I'm not the only one doing it, but it feels like it. Alright, now the question is this thing going to start? Please, please, please start. Loose end anymore. Look at it. Look at it. What the hell is a motorbike doing here? Oh, well, at least I have a place to go to if I have problems. Right. Oh, we have some off-road here. Worst, so to say. Oh my god, how long can I keep on going like this? Like, people put stone on the road and say like, don't go further. Checking. This looks a normal route. But how to get on it again? Here's the path. There's the river again. Fucking hell. It's really exhausting. It's a high altitude. God. I'm so scared about what's coming next. See the road up ahead again, on the other side, King River. And go to this one. Oh, fixed up. Not here. Not here. Good. Oké, nou ben ik echt goed alleen. 4 en nooit omhoog. Waar zie je naartoe? En dan? Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible. This is really terrible. I can't go back. I must go forward. Okay. Starting again. No.
I couldn't think clearly anymore, given the altitude of about 3,400 meters, which makes you quickly exhausted, and everything that made me tired already, plus almost running out of water again. This was the moment I thought, it's over. I'm stuck, I can't get back and I can't get forward. Scariest moment on my whole trip, or maybe even my life. But luckily, the little farm I passed with the horses came to the rescue. Just one strong horsepower is needed to pull this 400 horsepower bike. Unfortunately, that didn't really went according to plan either, due to it still being too steep. So, with just manpower, we managed to get the bike up. Such a relief.
So, it seems like there's one more river crossing to go. And I'm very tired already, it's high altitude, so really exhausting.
Having all of this behind me changed my perspective a lot on how bad things can be. After one little river crossing, it became a combination of normal road and very rocky roads.
You know, the most frustrating part of all of this is that when you have done such a difficult thing, you still see Route F40. I'm like, this is not a road. It should be on the Google Maps.
I passed by a woman who was knitting, which I asked how the road was and if there was water somewhere to be found. Hard to understand, but just keep on going to the Google Maps point, which was coming closer and closer. Sure, I dropped the bike a few more times and became stuck because of the heavy rocks. Nothing serious, but still again costing a lot of energy. I didn't realize it by now, but I was already passing by the 4000 meters mark, which doesn't give a lot of oxygen anymore.
I'm just gonna chill here. Hola! Hola! ¿Tienes agua? ¿Tienes agua? Yeah? Ah, muy bien. So, I got some agua water and I bought this. Very expensive spot that had water, so I didn't care. I'm very happy that I kind of made it to this point, because from now on it should be better. Alright, quick status update. So I had the worst route behind me. I asked the woman where I just was to get water. She said that 2 days ago another motorcycle just passed by, so I'm not sure how they do it, but whew, you definitely need a very light bike, I think. I'm taking quite a few more rests because yeah, I know I'm climbing and I'm probably above 3000 meters already. So I'm getting quite exhausted quite quickly. Drinking a lot of water. So now just stop here in the shadow and enjoying this view for a little bit. And it's still 55 kilometers to the next town. So yeah. I'm glad I didn't know this before, otherwise I wouldn't have done this route. Now that I've done it, amazing that I've done it. What an adventure. Oh man, but it's gonna cost me money. It's really exhausting. So would I do it again? No way. But I'm glad this motor is still running, because a few times I was like, it's not starting. You heard me screaming on camera. So yeah, let's go. No way.
Yeah,
You did all that route with the bike?
it was crazy.
It is crazy.
There was one problem at the beginning. I had to remove everything and to lift and to walk and to come back to take thing and to walk again, and oh.
You have no idea what I've recorded. My GoPro battery just died, but I'm reaching the top, and if you go the other way, you get a nice sign saying, don't go down here. can be worse, but mostly this one,
Ah, yes.
and this one is like moving.
Ah, it moves.
So I need to, and also this one,
Ah, yes.
and this one.
I have.
You have?
Yes.
Ah, that's nice.
First the
Hostel?
The hostel.
See, yeah,
Yes.
this is
I know that.
Gracias. Found a nice other motorcyclist who actually is on the same route with a bigger motorcycle last week. So it's not impossible, but and he's willing to help me with my damages. And I was like, yeah, let's stay in the same hostel, and see what's available.